Hi Taurus, and welcome to your mid-August general reading. An awful lot of swords cards, Taurus. 1, 2, 3, 5 swords cards. A lot going on in your mind, okay? That's what the sword cards represent. Be careful of overthinking, but what I do like about it is the center reading. The whole theme is the Ace of Swords, which means clarity is coming to you. Decision making, hearing news, which is going to clarify things. The Ace of Swords, all the aces represent new beginnings, okay? They're gifts. Sometimes this Ace of Swords, we see things we don't want to see, but its purpose is to clear our vision and clear our path so we can move forward, okay? And you got the Chariot twice. So the Chariot's your additional guidance card, which is great. And it's really, really great when it shows up with the Ace of Swords, because there's a feeling towards the end of August, guys, that things are starting to become a bit unstuck. Because what lies behind you is the Two of Swords, which can represent a feeling at a stalemate, okay? I'm not getting you at a bad stalemate, which is quite odd, because the other way of understanding this card is peace. But you haven't been active, been much more within and much more reflective. You're actually matching astrologically where we're all meant to be, Taurus. Mars is retrograde to the end of August. And as an astrologer, I'm telling most of my clients not to make any big decisions till about the 2nd or 3rd of September, because clarity is going to start coming back then. So, and you're almost bang on here, guys, with the way that we're meant to be working with the planets, because you then go into the Moon card, and the Moon card can, the difficult side of the Moon card, and what I want you to look out for, it can represent a lot of fears, and the Moon card tends to represent fears that don't tend to come true. They're tied to our, you know, that we all have a part within us that has an awful lot of unconscious fears about everything that can go wrong. I really want you to be careful of that and use this Ace of Swords. Stand in clarity. So you can not allow yourself to be pulled into the difficult side of the Moon card by staying with what you know the truth is, okay? But I have got you in quite a deep reflective period, actually, to tell you the truth. But you're moving out of that into the Chariot card, because your outcome is the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords is about news being received quite rapidly. It's the Knight of Swords and the Tower card are my cards of rapid change, okay, that comes unexpected. And I've just turned around and you've got the Tower card, okay? I'm sort of laughing. It's all about to shift for you, Taurus, by the end of the month, okay? Now, I'm saying the end of the month, the first couple of days of September, but these cards are about rapid change. I'll clarify if this change is going to be good or bad, but I don't even think I have to, because it's with the Judgment card. Rebirth. Good news. I've never seen the Judgment card represent anything but good news. If it was challenging news, you'd get the Devil, the Death card, or the Judgment card would come up that way, but it's came up this way, and it's definitely to do with some sort of relationship, guys, okay? Huge shifts by the end of August. If not, it'll be the first couple of days in September, okay? I'm telling everyone just to allow this process to unfold. Okay, now your advice card is the Three of Discs. Cooperate with whatever is demanded of you, Taurus, okay? Go with the flow. Do not go against the current. Work with what you've got. The Three of Discs is a card of cooperation. Everyone's got a job to do and a role to play. So please go with the practical parts of your life and what needs to get done, okay? Because I've got for you, Taurus, there won't be any big shifting to the end of the month. But boy, is it shifting, man. What's coming at you is the Page of Wands. I love this little guy. He tends to represent opportunities, new potentials and new growth, okay? And he's looking right at that 3. So there might be some opportunities around your finances coming, more cooperation. There might be opportunities coming your way, and anything you do as a group activity, okay? Now your hopes and fears are the 5 of Swords. So I think some Taurus have definitely got some sort of situation going on here, because I think this is it being resolved at the end of the month, first 2 days of September. But your fears are the 5 of Swords. The 5 of Swords can be a card about conflict. It tends to represent someone has to win and someone has to lose. So it's a very ego-driven card. If I say that, you say it back. It's definitely a card of a little bit of disharmony, and I think it's whatever it is that's leading to a successful outcome, because you're going towards the 3 of Swords, but then the Chariot comes, which is pretty much exactly bang on with what's happening astrologically. So the 3 of Swords can mean separation from someone that you love. It can be still being in a state of conflict. Some of you might be attracting a new love interest. And the 3 of Swords mean that you're a bit confused about the way forward. Or you still feel, a little bit something going on here, guys, but it's going to a really good conclusion. The 3 of Swords does represent the worst is behind you, but the memory is still playing out. But then you go to the Chariot with the King of Cups and the Ace of Wands, which is incredibly exciting energy, guys. That is mirrored with what's going on down here. The challenge is, and I think Taurus, we're in eclipse season, that the rest of August, some of you are obviously dealing with something, but you have to trust me that this is going to the most beautiful outcome. The King of Cups with the Ace of Wands can represent a whole new emotional start. It's also about you being very powerful, not being at the mercy of other people's energy, because you've got your own true center. And that is the gem of going through challenging times. We become more resilient, which is what Taurus stands for. And the Ace of Wands with this Page of Wands is about exciting new opportunities that are propelling you forward. But there's definitely something going on here, Taurus, okay? I can definitely see it, but I guarantee you it's going to a really positive outcome. It just is. The 8 of Wands and the 4 of Wands. I know that I'm overdoing it, but I can see that some of you are dealing with something here. End of August, first 2 days in September, you'll understand why you had to go through it. And Taurus, that's all I'm doing at the moment. I'm just saying, I'll work it all out once Mars goes direct about what this has all been about, because you're moving into a much more powerful, much more passionate new start. Okay, Taurus, I hope this helped in any way. Loads of love. Bye.